What's good, everybody? It's Chris Crazy House, and I am back with some more Chris Crazy commentary. So, I saw the new trailer, or the new teaser, I should say, for Season 2 of the animated show Invincible. And like a lot of fans out there, I am very much looking forward to seeing the new season of Invincible. And basically what they did with this teaser is just that. They just gave you a bit of a tease as to what is going on with the show. Okay, they didn't really give too much out or give anything away as far as what's coming. The final scenes of the very last episode of the first season was a better teaser or a better trailer as to things to come as far as Invincible Season 2. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. And, I saw a lot of people reacting to the trailer. I think the trailer has about 4 million views. So obviously there's a lot of people anticipating this new season. And one of the things that I specifically noticed about the trailer is the lack of quality as far as the animation goes. It's not the same animation quality as the actual show. And this is not me taking shots or trying to degrade the people who worked on the show. From all I could tell, this teaser might have even been worked on by a different studio altogether. It might not have even been done by whoever did the actual show. I think based on what I can surmise from my own experience in this industry, is probably what is going on right now is they're working on the new season. And I told you when I did videos about the first season of Invincible, is they're doing 45-minute to hour-long episodes, and that's a lot. That's a lot for a live action show, but to do that in an animated show, that's a lot. And so I know this show probably requires lots and lots of work, and I don't even have to ask. I know the main bulk of it is being shipped overseas somewhere to either Korea or somewhere in some studio in Japan. I don't know which one, but I can almost guarantee that. Okay, I know it's an American/Canadian studio that helps to produce most of the character designs and stuff like that here in North America, but I know the animation is being done somewhere else. It has to be. And that stuff is probably not ready to show yet. Like, it's probably not finished. So what they did for whatever this trailer is, like the studio, probably Amazon Prime, probably told them, hey, we need something to show for the new season of Invincible. We want to start getting people hyped about it, right? And instead of showing stuff that was not finished, they just went ahead and did this short teaser with two characters talking in a diner. And if you look at it, if you go look at the teaser, you can see the other characters, just no one moving in the background. Okay, everything pretty much just is very static. And even the character animation on Alan and Invincible, it's kind of quirky. Like it's basically mostly keyframes. You see the keyframes, and there's not a lot done in between. At some spots, I can actually tell that they've separated the character from, like, they'll separate its head from the body and stuff like that. Which, like I said, nothing wrong with that. Most 2D animated shows are done that way nowadays, which is funny to me because I was told years ago that type of style of animation was not going to work and it was never going to be a big thing. But basically every 2D animated show is done that way. If you go watch Velma, that's done that way, where characters are separated in parts like the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and which is fine. However you get the job done is how you get the job done. But I can tell just from watching Alan and Invincible talk is not the same quality of animation. Like, go watch them talk in the actual show and you'll see a big difference in quality as far as the animation goes. And I'm not trying to tear down whoever worked on this teaser, but I understand what position they were probably in. They were rushed to do this, okay? So they might have even gotten someone to do this on their own. There might have been one or two people and they had like a few days or a week or something like that, if that, to get this teaser done. Like they got the voiceover done. That the voiceover probably took longer than the time they actually had to do the animation. Okay, I've been in this situation, so I know what I'm talking about. They probably took several weeks for the voiceover, and the animators were probably waiting so that they could animate this little teaser, and then they just give it to them and say, okay, now you got a week to get this animation done. Or whoever the director was promised the studio or Amazon Prime that, hey, we can get this done in a week. All you gotta do is give us the voiceover. And they waited and waited, and they just threw this work on them. And someone maybe had to give up, probably had to give up their weekend to get this done. I've been in that situation too, where I gave up 2 days, not getting any sleep over the weekend, to just come in on Monday and put up a preview of something that needed to be shown to some big execs. And they just pushed it out there, and this is what we got. So if anyone is put off by the animation quality of this teaser, don't be put off. I'm sure the show is going to be magnificent the same way it was in season 1, but I just can see the nightmares that someone was having and the headaches someone was having being pulled off of something that they were working on and had time to do, to work on this teaser, and now they're going to be short-handed and have to rush to get this whatever other project they were supposed to be working on done, because they had to get this teaser done for corporate, because corporate likes to put out certain things at a certain time. They don't understand that animation itself takes time. So, you know, you folks can let me know how you feel about the teaser and what you're looking forward to in season 2. I can tell you the things that I'm looking forward to seeing in the next season of Invincible. Number one, I want to see the continued growing of the relationship between Mark and Adam Eve. That relationship becomes very important as time goes on. I'm very interested to seeing where Mark's relationship with the character of Cecil, who runs that secret government organization, I'm looking forward to see where that relationship goes, because that's a very, very interesting relationship as well. I'm looking forward to seeing the continued growing of the Guardians of the Globe, most especially the relationship between Robot and Monster Girl. Like, that is a very important story to the future of Invincible. And if you read the comics, you know where that story goes. It goes in some crazy places. Like, it's something that I've never read before in any other comic book before, and I really appreciated how these characters change over time. As far as the villains, I'm looking forward to seeing, the main one I want to see is Angstrom Levy. He is the arch nemesis of Invincible, and how they become enemies is interesting, and the way this villain acts, it's almost like a scorned fan or someone who has an obsessed fandom with a celebrity or something like that, and it pretty much goes into the realm of someone who is a sociopath and a serial killer. Okay, so Angstrom Levy, I'm looking forward to it. He has the powers of he's extremely intelligent, can go in and out of like multiverses, so he's a very formidable villain for Invincible, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that character plays out on screen. He causes a lot of trouble for Invincible in the comic books. And the next villain, obviously a lot of people are looking forward to this, is seeing Conquest in the animated series. That is one of the greatest battles ever in the Invincible comic. It's a large size, full size battle in that issue. If anyone remembers the Conquest saga, if you never read it, go read it. If you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Conquest is one of the most badass characters. It's insane. It goes beyond. It's basically what a Dragon Ball Z battle would be if Dragon Ball Z was a little bit more realistic. I'll keep it that way, for those who have never seen it or never read it, and without spoiling too much. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing Conquest. Like, you see a visual of him when Omni-Man gives a flashback of what happened on Viltrum, and you see a little flash of Conquest there. And you can also, I want to see Conquest come to Earth. Conquest is who the Viltrumites call when there's a planet that's being rebellious. When there's a planet that's getting out of line or refuses to be conquered, they get Conquest. They call him, and he comes in by himself and settles things. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing that character on screen as an animated character and the fight scene. So you folks can let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to seeing, and you can talk about it, and we'll see how Invincible Season 2 turns out. Anyway, Chris Crazy House signing out. Peace.